When I was Protestant, I had a big problem with people praying to saints. I would say to them, that's idolatry. You can just pray to Jesus. Why do you need to pray to a saint? But ever since I've been going to the Orthodox Church the last 2.5 months, my mindset has changed. First of all, the prayer of a righteous man availeth much, as the Bible says. And these saints are righteous. They're in heaven talking to God, worshiping God. And it's just like asking your mom or your pastor or friend to pray for you. So why not ask a saint to pray for you, right? Their prayer avails much. And it's not idolatry, because idolatry is worship. I'm not worshiping these saints. Like, take St. Thomas, for example. I may say, St. Thomas, I'm struggling with negative, intrusive thoughts. Can you please pray to God that he will help me and take away these thoughts? And then I'll go pray to Jesus. I'll go pray to the Holy Trinity after that. God, please take away these intrusive thoughts. God, please, I really need it. I'm going to pray to God. I'm going to give God the worship. Okay? Because prayer is communication. Yes, you can worship when you pray, when you communicate to God, or you can just communicate, right? You can just communicate with a saint. And some people will say like, oh, isn't the saint dead? Well, when I spoke to my priest, he said a lot of it is having to do with faith. You know, this practice began as early as the 2nd century in church tradition, people praying to saints. And there was a very good comment from one of my videos, and the guy said, why do you think the saints have to be omnipresent for them to hear our entreaties? Christ is in all. Doesn't God hear our prayers? Yes. Doesn't God hear our entreaties to the saints? Yes. Is he not able to communicate our entreaties and for there to be communion? Don't we call it the communion of the saints? So like, nobody's making you pray to a saint, right? If you're Christian and you just want to pray to God, okay, do it. If you're Christian and you want to pray to a saint, that the saint can pray to God for you, do it. It's not idolatry. It would become idolatry if you start worshiping the saint. Communicating with a saint is not idolatry, right? They're made righteous with God in heaven right now. And this was the biggest thing that kept me away from the Orthodox Church for a year. I heard about it a year and a half ago. For the last year, my friends have been talking to me about it, and nothing was hitting my heart because I had this objection of, but they pray to saints. Why would you pray to a saint when you can just pray to Jesus? But like I said, after going to the church for 2.5 months now, it's no big deal. You know, praying to Mary, praying to St. Thomas, praying to St. Matthew, St. Mark. And it's not worship.